Congratulations and welcome to MTR family. This is a look of the onboarding form. I'll help you fill all the details in the onboarding form, starting with the salutation. For salutation, you have to go to the drop down. You can select the salutation of your own and enter. Then comes first name, middle name, last name. For gender again, you can select the drop down and select the gender, date of birth, place of birth, nationality, religion, marital status. Then you have to attach over here the marital status, proof of document. Then comes the name as per Aadhaar card number, Aadhaar card proof front, Aadhaar card proof back, PAN card number, PAN card proof, passport size photograph either in red or blue background, height, weight, blood group. Then comes the bank and the other details. For bank details, if you are having an already existing account in Axis Bank, you are requested to put up that details. If not, then you can put up the details of the any bank account that you have. Then comes the bank branch, account number, IFSC code, cancel check or passbook as a proof. These all fields are mandatory to fill. Then comes the contact details. Here you have to enter your personal mobile number, the office mobile number which you would like to provide, current flat, current street, current landmark, current pin code, current country, current state, current city. Then comes the details of the permanent address. If your current and permanent are same, you can just check this box over here. Then comes the permanent address details. Then comes the emergency address details. If your emergency address is same as that of your current address, you can check that box over here. Sliding down, you have to put up whether you are local or non-local. That is whether you are from Ahmedabad, then you have to tick onto local. If not, then onto non-local. For address proof of document, you can attach a file over here. Then comes the dependent details. Here it is clearly mentioned, if you are married, then you have to enter the details of your spouse and children. And if you are unmarried, then you have to enter the details of your parents. If you want to add a field over here, go to add and you will get few more fields which you can fill. Then comes the education part. In education details, you have to fill the details starting from your 10th standard up to your highest qualification. To add the fields, you have to click on to add and that will give you more fields to fill. Then comes mention your highest qualification. If you are fresher, then yes or no. Total work experience in years. Past work experience. If you are having any past work experience, tick over here and therein you will get the detailed fields below. Here you have to enter the name of your previous organization, the job title of your previous organization, job location of your previous organization, your day of joining and your date of relieving will be mentioned over here, job summary. Here we are having mandatory 3 documents to upload. One is appointment letter, one is service certificate and one is relieving letter. In absence of relieving letter, you can attach the affidavit over here. If you have previously worked in more than one organization, click on add and you will get all the fields. It is mandatory to put details of all the previous organizations that you have worked with. Next comes the CTC in your previous organization, 3 salary slips or bank statements of your previous organization. For social security details, we have your UN number, UN card, EPF number, ESIC number, EPS number if you are having. Then comes the references. You have to mention 2 references from your previous employments. Then comes the personal documents where you have to mention your passport number if you are having any, passport address, passport file, driving license proof, voter ID, proof of date of birth wherein you can attach either school living certificate, passport, 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet or birth certificate. If any you are having FD approval, that you have to select over here and upload the file. Here comes the pre-employment medical test. You have to attach the fitness certificate as well as the reports of all the medical tests done. Then comes your 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet, bachelor's mark sheet, master's mark sheet, diploma mark sheet. Therein we are having the emergency contact details where you have to mention the name of the person, the relationship with the person and the contact details. Then comes, do you have any acquaintance in MCure group of companies? If you are having any known people in MCure, then you can mention their name over here. Here forth comes the undertaking forms. Going to the first form, that is the form F. Form F you are having, that is for gratuity. Here you have to fill in the nomination for your gratuity, wherein the first column says the name in full and the address of the nominee, relationship with the nominee, age of the nominee, and proportion by which the gratuity will be shared. If you are having more than one nominations, then you can add up their nominees in the below fields. Rest details will be self-filled and you do not have to do anything into it. Second form is your gratuity declaration form, wherein once you click on the edit portion, here you will have to fill up your father's or husband's name, your PAN card number, your current address, below which you have to mention any of the gratuity amount if you have received in your previous organizations. If not, you can mention 00. And the exemption amount, again the gratuity received amount and the exemption amount will be the same. Once you have filled this, you will save the form and go to form 2 revised. Form 2 revised is for EPF and EPS. For EPF you have to mention the nominees, wherein first column says name of the nominee, address, nominee's relationship with the member, date of birth of the nominee, total amount or share of accumulation in PF to be paid to each nominee, and if nominee is a minor, then the relationship of an address of the guardian who may receive the amount during the minority of the nominee. All the fields are compulsory to fill. If you are having more than one nominee, then you can again go to the second field and fill up the details. Post which we are having EPS form. In EPS you have to mention the name and address of the family member, date of birth and relationship. You can mention up to 4 family members from your family. The second part says that in case you are not having any current family, that is in case of an orphan, you can fill this form on the later part when you acquire the family. Till then you can keep this as null. Next we are having background verification. We are having a third party consultant called KPMG, wherein all your details will get verified. So this is the background verification consent form. Next comes the PF declaration form 11. Here you have to mention all the details required and all these fields are mandatory to fill. One point over here being that all the marks which are strict in nature, they all are compulsory to fill. So kindly ensure that you fill all the details before you join the organization and submit the details well in advance. In case of any correction, the same shall be reverted to you in the due time. You are expected to fill in all the details before your date of joining. In case of any query, you can reach out to the HR person or anyone that you know. Thank you so much and we wish you a promising journey ahead with us.